What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be talking about the 8-piece survival kit. And a lot of you older guys will be familiar with this. We've talked about this a lot in videos before. Talk about the back home system, a system I developed. Basically, it's an acronym for the 8 essential items or categories of items I feel like are necessities for anytime you venture outdoors, or if you're developing a get home bag or bug out bag. This is a very good base or foundation to start with. And so we'll go through those things, and what this video specifically is about is going to show a refresher for the old guys. It's also going to show you what to do like in a normal everyday scenario where you're not carrying all this huge gear. I'm going to show you how to incorporate this into your everyday carry system as well. And for you new guys, it's going to teach you about the back home system. I've wrote about this in magazines many times before and discussed it a lot, but you new guys may not be familiar with it. So back home is an acronym, and the B stands for blaze and burn fire making components. A stands for all weather or aluminized blanket, which is a space blanket. C is cordage, K is knife, H is headlamp, O is orienteering tools, M is metal canteen or container, and E is emergency signaling devices. So we're going to start off with blaze and burn. You guys may be familiar with this, the fire kit that we made up, the bag we made up. And essentially for wilderness setting, may carry something like this because I'm starting a fire, maybe to camp, it's cold outside, cooking or whatever. But got just various components in here, matches, ferro rods, one-handed fire starting devices, various tenders, lighters, etc. So in a wilderness setting, this is good to go. Good kit to have. And if you want this bag, we'll have more in stock on the site soon. But anyhow, good bright bag, and got all my fire making components in there. So blaze and burn, fire making devices as well as tender devices. Now for an everyday carry scenario, it may be something like just carrying a big lighter in my pocket. It could be putting like a small ferro rod like this Boy Scout version on my keychain. And that blaze and burn, I always have it on my person very easily. Okay, so moving on to the all-weather or aluminized blanket. We have the all-weather blanket here, which I would carry in a wilderness setting because I can use it as a ground tarp. I can use it for a lot of different things. It has grommets on it, and it will reflect heat. I make it a tarp, a lot of different things. It can reflect heat away if I'm in a desert environment, and it can reflect heat towards me in a cold weather environment where I'm using a fire to create a microclimate. This is OD green, but in my wilderness bag, I may carry a blue or orange. Those are the most easily visible colors in a wilderness setting. But on the EDC, I may carry a small aluminized blanket like this right here. Orange can be used to signal in the emergency signal portion of the kit we'll talk about, but it's also small, compact, and I can throw it in an EDC bag. So the next thing we have is cordage. We could carry paracord. We could carry small cordage in our EDC kit, or it could be just something as small as a paracord bracelet we carry on our wrist. So it gives you some options. Now, what if, K is knife in a wilderness setting, we are Can you hear it real bad?
No, that's all right. Go.
So moving on, K is knife. You could carry, your wilderness blade, a high end, or it could be something like a Mora, cheap blade for your pack, or you could carry both of them. In an EDC setting, it could be something as simple as a Swiss Army knife or your tactical folder. So the sizing is there, Obviously something I'd carry in a wilderness setting in my pack. This is something I'd carry day to day. And I think you're kind of getting the picture already as far as the size difference of these items and how they can be incorporated in that EDC kit. Moving on to headlamp. A standard headlamp, I totally think hands-free is the way to go for illumination. In case you do get injured, you only got mobility of one arm, or you need to start a fire. Headlamp like this, I'll put a small compass on there. Or it could be like this Black Scout version of the Photon here that we sell. Clips in to this little keeper here. Has the on, and then I can clip it on my ball cap and I have a headlamp. You know, so this is something EDC can carry on my keychain, and small, lightweight, I always have it on me. And that's the way survival gear should be, right? So moving on, we have orienteering tools. And so it could be map and compass for more traditional methods. It could be GPS, could be a combination of both, you know, for wilderness type stuff. For an EDC, it could be something as small as this, you know, putting this on your watch band. It could be the Sunto Black. It could be carrying like one of our zipper pulls with a compass on it and using that, you know, on your jacket, on your keychain, or what have you. You know, orienteering tools, you know. So then we have the next thing, moving on, metal canteen or container. In a wilderness setting, it's going to be something, could be something huge like this canteen here. But in a day-to-day urban setting, you know, you don't want to carry something like this. You carry a water bottle like we designed, and that's what we designed it for, to be used for survival situations as well as every day, and it doesn't look weird. You know, and it's got signaling information on the back and a glow-in-the-dark top that can be used for signaling. So that's something that's gonna, you know, give you the ability to purify water and carry water. The last thing we have is emergency signal, and some of these things will run together. You know, it could be your headlamp, using it in a strobe function. Or carrying a whistle on your keychain, whistle on your compass. It could be using the mirror on your compass. It could be carrying one of our small mirrors in your wallet. It could be using your blanket as a visual signaling device, or making fire into a signal. Now, so you can see the size difference of something like this system, that you have everything you pretty much need in an EDC system, whereas carrying a huge, you know, system with all this stuff in a wilderness setting, you know, and it can pretty much do the same thing as this can. This is just more robust. So you can implement the back home system into your EDC. And that's, like I said, the point of this video I really wanted to get across, and also give the back home system to the new guys that have not watched the old video before. But anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below, and thanks for watching Black Scout Survival.